Jax, is that you? What a wonderful surprise. It's been what, 6, 7 years? You look well. How are things? Need help with anything?
Whoa, wait a sec. I barely remember you.
Are you serious? It was you who helped me uncover the true nature of Callan. If it weren't for you, we'd all be still worshipping a hunk of scrap metal. Kinda silly, right? I'm guessing Alex showed you where you can bunk down for the night. I expect you've got a lot on your mind right now. If you need a little time to yourself, I completely understand. We can catch up later. Maybe share a bottle of wine, if that's your thing.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm in charge of the Archives of Knowledge. I don't know if you remember, but once upon a time, I wasn't even allowed to step foot inside the Archives. And now look at me. I'm responsible for preserving all the knowledge we have. How times change. It was so long ago, it feels like a different world. Remember our old home? All that was left was a smoldering ruin. If you're interested, I can also share some of my newfound knowledge with you. What do you say?
What can you teach me?
Mainly things that'll improve your cognitive abilities. And looking at those muscles of yours, I can see that it's about time you started training your mind, too.
Mind if I take a look around the archives?
I'd be insulted if you didn't. If you're looking for anything in particular, just let me know.
Shit. I don't know.
Leave me alone.
Forgive us, O Creator. Grant me the power to bring sight to the blind. Ah, a new seeker. I look at you and see that, like all wayward souls, you were led here by an inner emptiness. But your search is at an end. You have reached your destination. The Creator welcomes you.
Tell me more about the Creator.
He is the bread that fills your stomach. He is the light that brightens your day. The signpost for the lost. If you wish, I will gladly strike up a hymn so that we can pay homage to him together.
No need. I think I get the picture. I'm actually looking for work.
Oh no, my son. No. That is not what you seek at all. But your mistaken seeking brings us to a vitally important question. Why do we dedicate ourselves every day to drudgery? Do you know what our Creator has taught us about this?
Of course. The Creator says, get to work or I'll shove some lightning bolts up your ass.
My son, it seems ignorance knows no bounds, even in this modern age of ours. But, back to my question. Are you aware of the Creator's teachings?
Not in so many words, but I have a sinking feeling you're about to tell me.
My son, a man afraid to talk about his beliefs and those of another is no man at all. The Creator says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened." But how does he conclude his offer to us? Do you know?
Because I am the path upon which you walk?
My son, would you trample the Creator underfoot? Walk on his ever-loving face? Ah, but you still have much to learn. It is my honor and blessed purpose to lead lost spirits like yours out of the darkness. So let us direct our attention to an opportunity that might be exactly what you need. I ask that you journey to the lands of the savages to spread the word of the Creator. Take on this pilgrimage, and his eternal gratitude will be your reward.
Shit. I don't know.
Forgive us, O Creator. Ah, I look at you and see that, like all wayward souls, you were led here by an inner emptiness. But your search is at an end. You have reached your destination. The Creator welcomes you.
Tell me more about the Creator.
He is the bread that fills your stomach. He is the light that brightens your day. The signpost for the lost. If you wish, I will gladly strike up a hymn so that we can pay homage to him together.
No need. I think I get the picture. I'm actually looking for work.
Oh no, my son.
Of course, the Creator says get to work or I'll shove some lightning bolts up your ass.
My son, it seems ignorance knows no bounds, even in this modern age of ours. But, back to my question.
Not in so many words, but I have a sinking feeling.
My son, the
Because I will shoulder your burdens.
I see you are a man who heard the words of the Creator. I knew from the moment I saw you that he had called you to me. And because your beliefs stand upon such strong foundations, I bestow on you the honor of helping our flock be fruitful and multiply.
I already have one son. That's enough for now.
I speak not of the miracle of birth. I speak of the miracle of persuasive words. I ask that you journey to the lands of the savages to spread the word of the Creator. Take on this pilgrimage, and his eternal gratitude will be your reward.
About that pilgrimage. What do I have to do?
Fear not. I don't expect you to stand on street corners and preach the word. The Creator's words are written down. They need only be placed in reach of lost souls. Take these flyers. Hang them somewhere visible, somewhere the helpless are sure to set eyes upon them. When your work is done, return and we can open our arms to the new arrivals together.
What kind of payment can I expect for this?
Is your own salvation not recompense enough?
I was hoping for something more tangible.
I must take some time to ponder this matter. In any case, you will certainly not be disappointed, my son.
You really think you can win people over like that?
Of course, the pen is mightier than the sword, and so it has been since time immemorial. I caution you, do not follow the ways of our trainers. They see martial finesse as our greatest weapon, but true protection only springs forth from inner contemplation. Our ranks will fill up, believe me. We'll be a bulwark, steadfast in belief, strong enough to defy all dangers.
Where exactly should I go?
Do your ears not hear? The lands where savages roam.
Do you mean the Berserkers' Fort?
That is one such place. But the crater, too, is home to many godless creatures whose ears are closed. They are savages indeed.
And the Morcons, what about them?
They are wretched worshippers of a false idol. Their path leads only to darkness. Nothing, not even the light of the Creator, can save them from damnation. Do not concern yourselves with those who live in the ice either. Their hearts are frozen solid, and no words will thaw them.
So, the fort and the crater. Got it.
Nice!
Hey, you! Got an ID card?
Do I need one?
That's how this place works. No ID, no food. Hagen's orders. You need a card, go see Hagen. You can find him in the Judicator's Basilica.
How long have you been the cook here?
Ever since we evacuated from the Hort to the castle. I got the job by chance. The clerics lost so many people they didn't have anyone to spare.
I thought you were a cleric too.
I am now, but not back then. I was sitting pretty in one of their jail cells. They set me free when they abandoned the Hort. Here was the only place I had to go. I mean, I didn't want to make friends with the Albs, so I just went with the clerics. It was definitely the right choice for me. I just wish everybody saw it that way.
You're not popular around here?
Well, I get along great with half the people around here. The other half, I just stay out of their way. I can't blame them. I used to be an outlaw. It's no use trying to hide that fact. I just wish they'd look me in the eye and speak their mind instead of creating all kinds of trouble behind my back.
Maybe I can help. What are their names?
When you say help...
I'll have a little chat with them. Make them see sense. And if they don't...
No, I don't want any violence. Brother Johannes teaches that the Creator only permits violence in emergencies.
Outlaw turned true believer. I'm surprised.
With what I've seen and done in my life, I should be a sobbing wreck by now. My faith is what gives me strength. Of course, I can't prove the Creator actually exists, but the mystery is truth enough for me. No mortal has ever been able to answer all the big questions. It stands to reason that there's forces out there greater than all of us. If you steal anything, you're dead.
Are you lost?
What are you doing?
Protect yourselves and your loved ones. Gather the ammunition that's still lying around out there. Stockpile and maintain your weapons. And when it comes to it, do what needs to be done. Soon, we will be looking to a brighter future. This is Herbert speaking to you from the orbit.
Excuse me. Yes, you. Haven't seen you around here before. Well, whatever your reasons for coming here, we clerics aren't in the business of turning people away. That said, it's my duty to make sure every traveler who arrives here knows how we run things. No stealing and no fighting. Understood?
You don't look like a cleric. Not like any I've ever seen.
Ha! I'd much rather be wearing the official uniform, but we have limited resources.
So where did that armor come from?
A while ago, our scouts came across some berserkers and Morkons fighting. The berserkers were completely outnumbered, didn't have a chance. The Morkons wiped them out and just left their corpses where they fell. It was the scouts' duty to give them a half-decent burial.
But it wasn't possible to bury them with such bulky armor?
Yeah, though as you can see, it's been put to good use. We clerics do not tolerate wastefulness. Now, I know you're not here to talk about armor. So, how about I give you a guided tour? It's quiet right now. I can leave my post for a while. Unless you have any more questions.
Let me guess. The tour just happens to take us past merchants who want to sell us their shit. Am I right, or am I right? I'm right.
I don't know what sort of place you're used to, but we have no need for that sort of trick here.
How are things here?
These are troubled times. We've been attacked, displaced, scattered. There's a risk that our community, our identity, will be lost forever. People are losing hope. They don't believe this situation will ever change.
What situation?
What situation? Have you been living in a cave? The Albs drove us out of Ignadon. Then those disgusting creatures rained down from the sky and caused havoc. We've lost nearly everything. Our very existence is under threat. Should I go on?
Sorry I asked.
Don't get me wrong, we're not all in despair. Some of us still believe we have a future. If we can regroup, focus on things we can achieve, not what we can't, play to our strengths. If we can do that, I'm certain our ranks will start to increase again.
Tell me, are you the only guard at this gate?
Yes, if you don't count the combat mechs. Completely unreliable, those things. Too glitchy. Anyway, I can't complain. It's a solitary job, but my work allows everyone to sleep soundly. I'm proud of that. A cleric dedicates their life to saving others.
I'd like a tour of the base.
Granted, with pleasure. Stay close to me, okay? First, I'll show you the habitat. It's where all the acolytes sleep. You can get some shut-eye there too if you like. I expect you're tired from such a long journey. Just pick whichever bed looks good to you. There's more than enough to go around.
The heat out there is one thing, but berserker magic is something truly weird. Even untransformed ELEX is dangerous. Best to keep away from it. This is Herbert.
Here we are. Take a quick look inside. I don't mind waiting.
I'm good for now. What else did you want to show me?
Ah, you want to move on? Okay, let's go. Although, there's something I need to ask you first. Are you a believer?
Does it matter?
Not really. I'm just curious. So are you a believer or not?
I am.
Good. Then I've got a surprise for you. Brother Johannes is about to start a prayer service. We'll be just in time for it. Oh, darn it. I guess I spoiled the surprise. Let me take you there. When I do have time to myself, a quiet moment, I find solace in prayer. Outsiders often find this hard to understand. But let me tell you, 1 week at my post would make anyone start to believe. The canteen is right next door, by the way. The selection is, well, limited. But if you chew a little longer than usual, you should be able to keep it down. Looks like we're right on time. Listen to Johannes for as long as you want. If you like the sermon, I don't mind staying to the end. Just let me know when you've had enough.
Brothers and sisters, hear me. I have been blessed with another revelation. A message has come to me. A message of hope and peace. You call yourselves exiles, but here you have found a new home. You call yourselves lost, but the Creator shows you the way. You call yourselves powerless, but prayer gives you strength every hour of every day. If you accept the Creator as your savior, you will achieve enlightenment. Who can doubt his glory?
I can. The Creator is testing you! Show some faith!
My son, how can you deny the truth?
Because we're poor and afraid and have nothing to eat. This community, it's built on sand. One gust of wind and it's all gone.
And yet still we stand. From the ashes we rose. Now our numbers are increasing. You cannot deny the Creator's miracles.
The real miracle is that I'm still here. I've had enough of this bullshit.
He who rejects the hand of the Creator will be subject to his judgment. Praise be to you all. Now go. Feast upon the fruits of your labor. May the Creator bless you.
There goes another.
Another?
That man who left during the sermon? He's the fourth one this month. Not everyone shares our optimism about the future. People are losing faith, turning to other activities to find solace. I just don't understand. Our faction serves the common good of all mankind, yet still, people turn their backs on us. But I must be stoic. I'm losing enough sleep over this already. On we go. I'm glad you listened to the sermon right up to the end. Words can be extremely persuasive, though it's essential we turn those words into action. They're also a major source of comfort and support. It takes a believer to understand that, like you and me. That's the Regent's Citadel. Next to that are the Archives. The Citadel is where our people conduct vital research. The Archives are where they safely store that knowledge. Not the kind of work that I'm interested in. Let's not go inside. You'd be bored to tears, and I'm trying to make this tour interesting. Come on, nearly done.
If I have stuff I don't need, where can I offload it?
Maybe talk to Vivian in the merchant storehouse. Head to the southern side of the castle. Go left as you enter through the gate. Okay, that's about it. You should have a rough idea of where everything is. And don't forget, if any of the buildings spark your curiosity, just go inside and say hello.
Just like that?
As long as you don't get in anyone's way, no one will mind. This is the Judicator's Basilica. Humble folks like us tend not to hang around here, unless you're standing accused of something. I suggest you be extremely careful what you say and do in Hagen's presence. He's in charge of passing out sentences.
Hypothetically, if someone was to, forget to follow the rules, what's the penalty? Dish duty? Something else?
Do we need to have another private talk?
Okay, calm down. It's just a question.
Conduct yourself like a true cleric. Hagen can answer any further questions. I'm sure there'll be plenty. I'll go back to my post. If you're ever in need of some company, please come by and say hello. Goodbye for now.
You and I have met before. Where have I seen that face?
We met in the Hort.
Right, in the Hort. I trained a lot of recruits there. You know, back when it was still in one piece. Finding a single half-decent recruit is a near impossible task. So I'll get to the point. Are you gonna help us out or not?
It depends. What do you want from me?
To be honest, quite a lot. But I'll take that as a yes. Look, anyone who works for me gets food, shelter, and fair pay for a day's work. Think it over. My door is always open. You'll find me a fair boss. I always speak my mind, even if I do seem a little blunt at times. Take this. Use it to pick up your rations in the canteen.
Wow! After that effort, we better be getting a full 5-course meal.
You really need to learn when to keep your trap shut.
It's no problem. I'm used to ignoring impertinence. Any other questions? Fire away. Anytime.
What can I do to help?
Simple. Go where help is needed. Then help. As far as I'm concerned, that's all it takes for me to treat you as a cleric.
That's it?
I'm a soldier. I don't like to overcomplicate things. I can't provide you with a uniform, though. We are all out of those.
You're kidding me.
No. Our armorer offers the standard protective gear, but no uniforms. The only one left is a regent's uniform, and I'm not giving that to you.
Why not?
Well, more accurately, I'm not giving it to you yet. You'll have to earn it, and that won't be easy. If the armor's really what you want, you need to gain access to the Alps.
Infiltrate them.
Right. I told you it wouldn't be easy. I'll also tell you why this is so important to us. Ever since they began occupying Ignadon, the Alps have left us in peace. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee they'll keep that up. The Alps are a threat we can't ignore, so I'd like to be as informed as possible. It's not enough to be one of their scouts. Gain the rank of trooper, and then we'll talk.
Not bad!
We will never be defeated. Never!
Unauthorized input. Access denied.
Jax, a most unexpected visitor to our holy halls. Is it fate that in these troubled times you have found your way back to us?
Again we meet with dark clouds hanging over us. Little has changed since we took up arms against our common enemy.
At that time, you spoke of mankind's impending doom, and of those who would cause it. It shames me to think of how little heed I gave your wise words.
Forget it. I've had moments of doubt myself.
And out there, the invaders build their towers of destruction. Exactly what you tried to warn us of.
Actions are what count. We must think about our future. How to destroy this enemy.
That's exactly what we're doing. Now the wounds inflicted upon us have healed. We have rallied ourselves and are planning our resurgence.
I was hoping you could help me. I need some better gear. And some good instructors in the art of armed combat.
I see. You've lost a great deal of the strength you once had. The war against the Alps took a great deal from all of us. And the situation seems liable to get worse in the future, not better.
That war was 6 years ago. It's not a problem anymore. I was bitten by one of the invaders' dark creatures. Infected with their plague. It crippled many of my combat skills. I need to work on them again, from scratch.
I wish I could help you, but in these dark days, I have to think about my own faction. We have neither the resources nor the time to train you, or to share our weapons.
That is unfortunate.
To us, you are an outsider. We must focus on our own survival, and that means holding on to every last scrap we have.
I believe you're trying to talk me into joining the clerics.
That would be one way to solve this dilemma. Though, from the look of you, you'd have to start your training with the basics. And that isn't something the clerics can afford to offer you. We simply can't spare the manpower or the relevant supplies. That's my final word, I'm afraid. We won't be able to give you basic training in our weapons technology.
Could you suggest an alternative?
Our approach to combat closely resembles that of the Alps to the north. If you want to join us, I suggest you go to them first. They can teach you the basics.
You want me to train with your enemies?
They're not the only ones who would rather see us dead. These last few months, many evils have come to torment us. The Alps are the least of our worries. When you've completed your basic training, we can talk again about your initiation into the cleric community.
As an Alp commander, my specialty was ELEX abilities. My repertoire didn't include other weapons until much later.
Then it's those abilities you should start improving. They will make you a valuable asset to the clerics.
I'll be returning to you as an Alb. You're okay with that?
That is what you were in the first place. Once you've learned the fundamentals of high-tech weaponry, speak to Judicator Hagen. He'll be able to answer your questions. We all have burdens to bear. I wish you every success on the rest of your journey.
I'll be right with you. Give me 1 sec. What the hell is wrong with this piece of shit machine? Let's go through it again. Servo motor, check. Hydraulics, check. Helix intake, check. Central processing unit. Ugh. How the fuck am I supposed to know? Okay, I have some time now. How can I be of service? Or maybe you can be of service to me. What do you think about combat mechs or drones? I'm struggling with the instruction cycle. They're like normal instructions, only more, technological.
What's the error? Is it the number of clock cycles? for the assignment of addresses in memory.
What? Look, just forget I ever asked. I'll figure it out, eventually. So, what did you want again?
Do you train technicians too?
I don't have, time. Right, I don't have time for that. But I've seen Vivian juggle a wrench now and again. Not that she comes close to my level of skill, but she can show you how to open a can, that sort of thing. Go and ask her. You can find her in the merchant storehouse.
What do you do here?
I solve problems. In theory, anyway. These shiny little buddies here, the ones we're endlessly tinkering with, sooner or later, they're supposed to fill the gaps in our ranks of soldiers.
Looks like it might be a while.
That's not quite true. I already have a prototype. All it needs is a little testing. You try getting results with a roll of wire and a few rubber bands. I'm not the problem here. I was trained by Master Goddard. May the Creator bless his soul. Unfortunately, my work here also makes me irreplaceable. I can never find the time to go out and give my prototype a proper field test.
You don't look that busy to me.
I'm afraid your eyes are deceiving you, and royally so. Just because I'm not physically doing anything right this second doesn't mean my mind isn't racing a mile a minute. The kinds of feats I'm capable of require a lot of thinking time.
If I help you test your prototype, what's in it for me?
You'd be making the castle significantly safer, helping the clerics finally regain their former strength. That would be more than enough reward, wouldn't it?
All right, you've convinced me. What do I have to do?
Right. So, I'll set the prototype to run a routine outside the castle. I want you to follow and observe. It's programmed to protect us from enemies, so you should pay attention to how well it identifies and fights threats. Keep a record of how long it takes to deal with the enemies. I need to know if it's running efficiently or not. It should be approximately 37.5% faster at threat recognition compared to previous combat mechs.
Got it.
Great. Just hold on a second then. I'll send it on its guard routine. Get ready to give chase. Unit ZX-01. Initialize new routine. Execute routine Alpha 1 with subroutine B. Huh. Well, these readings are a little odd. What the?
Good job.
Why are we following him?
Unit ZX-01. Initialize new... Unit ZX-01. Initialize new routine. Execute routine Alpha 1 with subroutine B. Huh. These readings are a little odd. What the...
Good job.
I have the sinking feeling that I might need to work on the prototype a little bit longer.
You don't say.
Sorry, I must have made a mistake when calibrating the enemy detection. Good thing we managed to destroy it, huh? Kind of a shame, though. Now I have to start from scratch again. Still, thanks for wanting to help out. I appreciate it. I'll let you know when I have a new prototype ready for testing. Provided you still want to help, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not so sure of that.
Here, take this. We'll call it hazard pay.